Next, from the Farm Progress Show in Decatur, Governor Quinn and Agriculture Secretary Bob Flider talked with reporters about the goal of increasing Illinois farm exports. As part of that effort, Governor Quinn says he'll travel to Japan in September to urge increased trade. This runs about 8 minutes.
You know, there are 56 countries that are visiting the Farm Progress Show. This is a very important part of our state of Illinois. Part of our job is to feed Illinois, feed the United States, feed the whole world, and our farmers are on the front end of making that possible. We want to honor all their work.
You signed a bill this morning pushing cover crops. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, I think it's important that we have 21st century agriculture. Our Department of Agriculture has embarked on a pilot program regarding cover crops to help increase productivity of the land and to keep the soil on the land. God has blessed us with some of the most fertile soil on planet Earth, and we want to take good care of that soil. And part of it is our cover crop approach, and I think we can learn from these pilot programs to help our farmers increase their productivity and save the land.
While you're here touring, there's still no pension reform bill on your desk.
Well, you know, I had a visit today and yesterday, and I'll probably do it tomorrow on that very issue. We have to get the pension reform done. But you know, we can't forget Illinois agriculture puts people to work, and we have to make sure we have a growing economy, and clearly our agribusiness, our agriculture, all the exports that come from Illinois to feed the world, that creates jobs, and we want to keep on exporting because we'll have more jobs.
What more can you or Director Flider say about how the cover crop program is going to work? It sounds interesting.
Yeah, it is a good program. It's something that we work with our department on. Bob Flider is the director of the Department of Agriculture. He's from this county, Macon County. And today we honored a man, Emmett Sefton, who helped bring the Farm Progress Show right here to Decatur, to Richland Community College, in the heart and soul of Illinois, in central Illinois. And I think it's very important to recognize, as Bob Flider will tell you, our Director of Agriculture, we're bringing a lot of people from all over to see Illinois agriculture firsthand, and that helps us grow our agriculture. We want to expand to the whole world. We want to keep on exporting. We are second to none when it comes to growing corn and soybeans in Illinois and many other things. So we want to let the world know about that, and that's what the Farm Progress Show is all about.
Governor, do you plan any more foreign trips as you did to Brazil on trade missions such as export?
Well, one of our best customers for Illinois agriculture, particularly our soybeans, is Japan. And every other year they have a conference in Japan that almost every governor in the Midwest goes to. It's the Midwest Governors Japan Conference. I'm planning to go in early September because, again, this is an opportunity to grow our exports to a big country, the country of Japan, that likes Illinois soybeans, to say the least. But above and beyond that, a lot of the Japanese companies like Illinois to invest in. We have a company that's making rail cars in Rochelle, Illinois. It's called Nippon Chariot. They're making all these 21st century rail cars, which here in Decatur people know about railroads as well. So it's important that we have a good effort to export our goods and also bring investment from other places.
No nutrition title in Washington. Mr. Cantor would propose $40 billion in cuts to nutrition. Can you afford that for your state and your residents?
No, not at all. We want to feed the hungry. That's one of the 8 Beatitudes that was given to us in the Sermon on the Mount. It's very important that we keep nutritional programs strong in our state of Illinois and our country. And I think Illinois agriculture, our farmers, are on the front line of making that possible. And so we don't want an agriculture bill in Washington that cuts back on feeding the hungry. That's something that none of us believe in, I don't think. It's a principle as old as the Bible: feed the hungry.
Governor, what about the water bill? You know, the grain growers are saying all these exports aren't going to go anywhere if our lock and dams continue to crumble, and we need to get that funding.
Well, we have to make sure we make investments in the lock and dams on the Illinois River as well as the Mississippi River. Earlier this year, we had very low water on the Mississippi River, and I worked with Director Bob Flider to make sure that we put everything we could into getting Washington to help us, the Army Corps of Engineers. We were able to get through a tough time, and thank God that we've had a lot more rain this year than last year, and it's helped bring up the river. Clearly, we got to make sure the locks and dams are 21st century ready.
Is that a priority for you with the congressional delegation that you're working with, the people in D.C.?
Absolutely. Senator Durbin's very committed to this. We have to make sure our congressmen in Washington speak loud and clear that if we're going to feed the world, And we have to, because many parts of the world need food, and we grow it here, and we know how to do it. And you see these big combines here that have more information technology on a combine from Illinois today, a John Deere combine, than they have in the space shuttle. So these are very sophisticated machines that use GPS to figure out where to best plant seeds and how many seeds. So we have to understand that we can feed the world, but we've got to make sure we have the transportation, not only the river, but also our highway transportation to get our goods, our agriculture goods to market.
One more, guys.
All right.
Would you see an amendment to the renewable fuel standard that's been proposed of amending it in some fashion? How important are renewable fuels to your state and that industry?
Well, I drive a car that believes in renewable fuels, and I think it's important for the governor to get the word out that we have to not be dependent on foreign potentates for our oil. We have lots of opportunity right here in our own backyard in Illinois and the Midwest and across America to grow our fuel, and we have to be committed to ethanol. I'd like to see E15. I think that'll help us. Right now it's about E10. We'd like to move it up to E15. That'll help our Illinois farmers, and it'll also help reduce our dependence on foreign oil.
How much credit can you take for Illinois ag being so great?
Well, it's all about the farmers. That's why we were here to honor Emmett Sefton. He just passed away this summer, but we wanted to honor his life, his special life. We're all dependent on our Illinois farmers. If you like to eat, you better salute Illinois farmers every day. Okay?
Let's go.